Hello boys and girls, welcome to Book Week 2021. As I said in a video last week, we're really sad that we can't be together at school this week for Book Week as we had hoped, but we're doing as much as we can online with you, and we look forward to sharing what you're doing at home to celebrate the wonderful world of books. We are going to do a few different things this week. So each day I'll read a story for you, which you'll be able to find online in the mornings. There's going to be some different activities in our resources tab on our website. And we've also got a competition happening this week. So if you keep checking in on the website, you'll find those things updated as the days go along. If you have anything that you would like to share from home that you are doing, different activities or lessons and other things like that, whether you've got photos or videos or writing, we would love you to share that with our school, and you can do that on the Google Forms page, which was shared on our Facebook page last week, but I'm sure Mrs. Allen will also share it in different ways with you during the week. There are 2 logins that you need to get onto that page to be able to share pictures and videos with our school of what you're doing at home. So if you know your DET login, you just use that, which is usually something like your first name dot last name. Sometimes there's a number at the end. And the first page you need your name like that, and then you'll say at education.nsw.gov.au, which will then take you to the DET login page. It's a little bit confusing, but once you get through those 2 pages, you won't have to log in again if you're using the same device. And once you've done it once, you'll understand what to do from then on. If you aren't sure of your DET login, or if mums and dads aren't sure what their children's are, please call the school, because we can easily give you that information and we'd love to hear from you. So any problems or questions about that, let us know. But that Google form is a really great way to share what we're doing at home, and it's also really safe getting through those 2 pages. So that's good to know. We did initially plan on having our book week dress up day this Friday, the 27th of August, but unfortunately most of us aren't going to be at school. So we're asking, if you're at home, we're asking that you still do dress up, and if you can take a photo of yourself with some props or in a special setting, or just with your costume, sort of whatever you'd like to do, and if you can send it in to us using that Google form, Miss Buck is going to compile a video and share that with our school community on Friday. So that is something to really look forward to. And if you're organised and would like to share your your photo with Miss Buck before Friday, that is totally fine, and would probably actually help her out quite a bit in getting a lot of that ready before Friday. So all of our staff, whether they're home or at school, if they're the dressing up type, they'll be doing that as well, and also our students. We'd love to see you dressed up. Now today I'm going to be reading a book with you, and in fact all of the books that I read with you this week are available to buy from our online book fair. So you can go to our school website and you'll see a tab for Book Fair 2021, and that's where you'll find the online catalogue, and there are instructions on how you pay. So you have to go to a Scholastic website, but the address is there, and you need to then email me your receipt number. That's a really important part, because just from paying it doesn't actually order your children's book. So you do need to email me your receipt number, and I can pop those books aside for you then. Anybody can order from our book fair, so grandparents, aunties and uncles, whoever might be interested in buying some books for birthday presents, Christmas presents, or anything like that, they are also welcome to do that. Any books that are sold through our book fair, and we know which ones are, because you have to select a school to be able to do that. So if you select Narrabri Public School, our school will get a commission from each book sold, which really helps us, and from that we're able to directly buy new wonderful books for our school library, which is always very exciting. So I encourage you to have a look at that online catalogue and see if there's anything that might interest you. If you have any questions about book fair, you're welcome to contact me at school or on my email address, which is listed there on the website. And we look forward to just seeing photos of our students dressed up this week and enjoying the different activities that we have planned for the week. So the first book that I'm sharing with you today is one that we actually read earlier in the year, in May, when we had National Simultaneous Storytime. And that's when we read a book called Give Me Some Space by Philip Bunting. And we actually had a dress-up day that day as well. And Dr. Shannon Walker, who is a NASA astronaut, a lady, she actually read the book to us from the International Space Station in space. So we watched her sort of float around in her rocket ship reading the book to us. We could see her hair was floating and the book even floated in the air. And we really, really loved that. And we shared that book with over 1 million children that day, reading the same book at the same time. That was so exciting. So we'll look forward to that special day next year as well. But I thought I'd read this again today. All of our students did read it earlier this year. We passed it around our classes getting ready for National Simultaneous Day, and we all really loved it. From kindy to year 6, everybody can get something out of it. So I'll begin. I'll just move myself a bit so that you can see the pictures well. Ever since the stars aligned to bring her here, Una has loved space. Her first step was one giant leap. Her first word was gravity. And with each birthday, Una's cakes became ascendingly astronomical. There's some big words. Now, after a few more laps around the sun, Una lives in a world of cosmic curiosity and intergalactic inspiration. So in her bedroom, she's got pictures or posters of the moon, the solar system. She's got an observation notebook, an actual meteorite, and her little goldfish called Neil. You might have a bedroom with some things up in it like that if you're interested in space. Una dreams of a life in space. Life on Earth is just so. One day, Una will become an astronaut. She will leave the Earth behind. And here we've got the Earth doesn't have fancy rings like Saturn. The Earth is named after the ground, dirt, soil, mud. The Earth can't zip through space like a comet. The Earth doesn't have a go-getter named like Mars. Meh. But for now, she is an astronaut in waiting. Una very much likes the astronaut bit. She's not so keen on the in waiting part. It will take aeons to grow this tall. But here's the good bit. Una has been industriously working on an interplanetary plan. She sounds like a very smart girl. Look at her diagrams there. With accompanying attire, of course, meaning her clothing. She's got a hand-me-down snowsuit from big cousin Carl. Oh, sorry, Neil. He's out of the fishbowl, so she's going to have a fishbowl helmet. Mum's dusty all-white Uggs from 1995, which is still cool. And Carl's ski gloves, slightly too big, but they'll do the trick. And today is the big day. Wow, wonder what Una is going to do. Today, Una will finally swap her humdrum ho-hum life on Earth for an extraordinary extraterrestrial life in space. Once she has packed a picnic and said so long to Neil. She's got do-it-yourself oxygen tanks from the recycling bin, lots of sticky tape to hold things together, and some pipes from the shed. This reminds me of some kids we had at school. Some of our students this year on Dress Up Day were so creative with fabulous costumes. Her mission is to find life in space. Oh, I wonder what she'll find. But she'll have to get there first. Attempt number 1, soda and mints, fail. Attempt number 2, a giant party balloon filled with hydrogen. Nope. Okay, I might have jumped a little bit here. She elevated 56 centimetres with the balloon, but only 32 with the soda and mints. Some people might have done that experiment before. Attempt number 3, a rocket. Neil's saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And off she goes. Space was even more extraordinary than Una had hoped. There was no so-so, no humdrum, and certainly no ho-hum out here. At Mercury over here, a year on Mercury goes quickly. 1 Mercury year lasts just 88 Earth days. No life here though. Oh, that's interesting. Venus. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system with an average temperature of 465 degrees Celsius. That's way too toasty for life. Saturn. No life here, but one of its many moons, Titan, here's Titan, has its own atmosphere. Maybe one day. Uranus. Oh dear. This pongy planet is shrouded by clouds of hydrogen sulfide. That's the stuff that makes rotten eggs stink. P.U. Too stinky for life to exist here. Jupiter. This whopper is 11 times wider than the Earth and has at least 79 moons. But Jupiter is all gas and no life. And Mars down here. Mars has no life on the red planet yet. But it is home to Olympus Mons, the tallest mountain in the solar system, whose peak is over 26 kilometres above its base. Wow. Well, look at Una's mind. She's got lots of questions there. Una's mind expanded like the universe with each new moment. Almost at the edge of the solar system. No life so far. Phew, Uranus really was smelly. Am I alone out here? Did I remember to feed Neil? Maybe there's no life in space? Space and time seemed to stand still as she travelled further towards the edge of the solar system. This is Neptune. The most distant planet in our solar system is pretty chilly at an average of minus 214 degrees Celsius. No life here either. With all of this astronauting, Una had worked up quite an appetite. She found a lovely spot on a ring of frozen rocks and launched into her cheese sandwiches and astronaut ice cream. So here's the Kuiper Belt, a giant donut-shaped ring of frozen rocks and ice. Pluto's in here somewhere, going right around. And then there's a chemical here. I've read that the centre of the Milky Way tastes like raspberries thanks to the compound ethyl formate. Yum! Wow, I wouldn't mind going to the Milky Way if it tastes like strawberries. In the distance, something caught Una's eye. Shining in the light of a nearby star, a tiny blue speck seemed to shimmer as if it were alive. Captivated, Una quickly packed up her picnic and set off towards it. As she moved closer, Una could see that the shimmering blue planet was orbiting on a tremendous loop around its star. It's very fast, orbiting at 30 kilometres per second. It spins on its axis at around 1,600 kilometres per hour. It has one moon. It seems to be covered by a very thin layer of gas, an atmosphere. Could this planet support life? Wow, what do you think it might be? What could it be? Has she discovered life in space? A trillion possibilities rushed through Una's mind as she approached the spinning, sparkling sphere. And just like that, it came into sharp focus. The blue planet was the Earth. Suspended in space, her beautiful blue home now shimmered even more brightly than before. In that moment, Una made the most marvellous observation. There is life in space. We are life in space. And we are all the crew of the most spectacular spaceship in the universe. Everything we need to explore the cosmos is already on board. We've got fresh water, we've got air supply thanks to the trees, we've got lots of lovely food, especially astronaut ice cream. We've got fellow travellers of all species, shapes and sizes, and plenty of room to live, love, learn and play. Well, Earth sure does sound like a pretty good place to be. With her mission complete and astronaut ice cream supplies severely depleted, it was time to return home and begin a new mission. We are all travelling through space right now. The Earth is our spaceship and it's the only home we've got. It is our mission to take care of the Earth so that we can explore the universe for light years to come. And there's Una with her globe, with Australia sitting there, and Neil the fish. And Neil is probably named after Neil Armstrong, the first man to land on the moon. And it's got in the back here a quote from Neil Armstrong. I put up my thumb and shut one eye, and my thumb blotted out the planet Earth. I didn't feel like a giant. I felt very, very small. That is so interesting. Thank you for sharing that with me, boys and girls. I'll look forward to coming to you again tomorrow morning with a new book to share that you can buy at our book fair. And just to remind you to visit our school website to find the book week tab and go through our catalogue there. Upload any photos of dress up day or anything that you're doing at home that you think we might like to see as a school community. It's lovely to share things and give each other ideas and just stay connected in this strange time that we're in. We're missing you all and we'll look forward to being in touch this week. Have a good day.